investment, local realtor and investment, local realtor and investor here in the area. Guys, I want to be able to show you guys from the consistent flow of follow-up and cold calling. Now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like or sounds like when you're actually negotiating a sale. So guys, you might hear double echoing. That's because I am I'm also on my Facebook Live video, so I make sure there's no static. Investor here in the area. Guys, I want to be able to show you guys from the consistent flow of follow-up and cold calling. Now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like or sounds like when you actually negotiate a sale. So guys, you might... Okay, I'll put myself on mute. Great. So guys, once again, it's Nevin Brown here. I want to be able to guys show you from over the weekend, guys. I was still making my calls to my particular potential clients or sellers, and I was able to engage with a young lady. Her name is Joan, and she was interested in selling her property. And I told her I'm going to get back with her very quickly. Guys, what I want you guys to see and understand in this video and in this particular session of cold calling, that the sale that you will always produce is going to be in the follow-up. But you got to be able to build a consistent lead flow or a flow channel of deals that will allow you to be able to not only scale your business, but you will be able to predict or have a predictability on the outcome of your lead flow. So what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm going to get on the phone with her right now, and we're going to be able to see. Hold on one second, guys. Bear with me. We're going to be able to system preference. Yeah. MacBook Air output. Who make sure the output's there. Built in. Turn this up, guys. I'm just turning up my output so you guys can be able to hear the conversation from the seller standpoint and me also. So I'm just turning up the input volume as well as the output, so she can be able to hear me. All right. So let me get back to business. But like I said, guys, so before I get started, guys, what I want you to do is go ahead and follow me on all social media platforms. If you're not on the HAPS app, and I encourage every entrepreneur, salesperson, insurance agents, anybody that has a business, you must be on social media. Not because you're on social media for fame or fortune or clout. I'm sorry, guys, but you are on social media. Hold on a second, guys. I see I froze. But you are on social media for the simple aspect of growing your business or building your brand, okay? This is vital and very important, guys, when growing your business, because you can't really predict or to flow or get an outcome based on you just going in a not a planned direction. So for me, guys, cold calling is what I do. Is how I'm able to gauge and how I'm able to contact my sellers. What I want you guys to see right here is right here. Here, guys, I'm going to go back into my MLS. This is my MLS right here. Hold on a second. I want you guys to see my login. Log into my MLS. So when I talk to her, we're going to talk about how much you want for an asking price and what was that outcome from that, okay? So let me go on my saved searches right here. This is my MLS. REI is a prospecting tool inside of the MLS that will allow me to really prospect my data to find out how I'm going to be able to engage with my seller. So let me go on my carts right here. And if you see right here, CMA, that is their consumer market analysis. These are my consumer market analysis. If you see right here, guys, where it says Joan Wolf, and this is what we call a subject property, or the person who I'm talking to. These are the comps, which is the comparables of the properties that, if you can see, closed on her street. This is the subject property, and we're going to go from there. And this is also the properties that closed in that particular area. And there's one that I see in particular that closed less than back in February. Right here, guys, as you can see, this is my, what we call it, CRM, Customer Relationship Management Tool, a CRM. This is where I house my data of people who are hot leads or leads that I need to work, okay? And this, guys, right here, is what we call call tools. This is how my business operates. This is how it functions right here, guys. Let me log into this bad boy because we got to get started. I told him I'm going to call her back, and I'm going to call her back right now. But I want to give you guys an update on now we're going from cold calling to get a pipeline going to now actually working that pipeline or trying to get a sales funnel. So guys, I'm going to log into this thing right here. Go on my dashboards. Agent dashboard. And then from there, guys, I'm going to go active. I'm going to go available, active. This is my campaign. This is all where my lead flows go here. I go dashboards here. I go to my campaigns. These are my campaigns. And right here, I am going to join this campaign right here, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this follow-up sale that we have gathered from cold calling, guys. So the sale is in the follow-up. A lot of times you're not going to get a person say, yes, I'm ready to go sell right now. Most time when you follow up, that's how you be able to get your the sale closed. And I told you guys earlier in the video, a sales funnel should actually be a funnel that you use to pour oil in or any type of liquid inside your vehicle to be able to put into this right housing department. So you need a funnel so you be able to drop that funnel directly inside of that component. And so the sales flow is the leads. When you see all the leads that I have of the people I'm calling, these are the people who I'm trying to narrow down that funnel until it goes into my sale or to the close. And at first, what I have to do is be able to just contact. So guys, I'm about to get started. We're about to get this party started. We're about to get this rock and roll. I'm about to call her. Hopefully there's no static or things like that. So you guys can hear now the negotiation part of the sale, okay? The negotiation, guys, of the sale, all right? So let's get this thing cranking. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to call her right now. We're going to my CRM. Remember, your CRM is your customer relationship database, right? And inside of that, that's going to give you the information. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. Clear this right. You're going to hear the flow. We've already talked about she's wanting to sell. She's interested, what we call a motivated seller. She said the price she wants and how we're going to go from there. Now you're going to hear me say how I'm going to negotiate or attack this deal to make sure it makes sense, not just for her, but for me as well and my potential investors, all right? So let's get this thing going. 3. I'm actually calling her right now, okay? All right, guys, let's go.
This is Joan Wolf.
Yes, good evening. How you doing, Joan? This is Nevin.
Hey, Nevin. How are you doing?
How you doing? How was that Mother's Day yesterday?
How was that? What? Hustle Day?
No, the Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day?
It was Mother's Day, not Hustle Day. It was great.
well, I hate to say it, that if you're a mother, it's always Hustle Day. So I got to give that to you too. It's always Hustle Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I know you're busy, but yeah, I wanted to get back to you ASAP. I didn't want to call you Sunday, but I was ready to call you Sunday. But yeah, you're right, Joanne. I was able to see that there was a property right there on Berkeley Farms Lane that closed back in January for $300,000. And yeah, it's
not as much land. Half the land.
That's what from being a broker, I compare as far as that land. That house was built in 2016, and they had like 6 acres. So you already got them on 3 acres right there, and that's why you can sell it for 300. So I'm saying to you, Joanne, I'm like, hey, let's get this thing locked up and let's get this thing closed.
So tell me how you work when you do this kind of transaction. Do you write it up on a I assume, on like a real estate board contract.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I will.
And I know that you want the ability to assign the contract before closing, but I also was clear about no contingencies of any kind.
Yes.
And so that I don't care who winds up at the settlement table, has to be that day. That's how you've done it in the past?
Oh, yeah. So you said exactly. Before my obtaining my real estate license, I just did the investing side. So I will get a contract that was drafted by an attorney. It's not like our sales contract now as a realtor, in your case as a broker, but it was still legit as far as credible. But yes, what I would do is I will lock that contract up, and my seller would know that I'm going to assign what you and I agreed to with my other partners and investors, and they agreed to, as well as the person that I passed along that contract or that sales agreement that you and I had locked up. So everybody's on the same page. There's no funny business or nothing like that, because I try to be total transparent. In this case, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Couple of questions. One, since it's an all-cash transaction, I would need some sort of verification of funds. Do you provide a verification of funds letter from the bank? Oh,
I don't play around. That's another thing. If they're saying they're interested, I say, great. Let's go ahead and open up escrow right away, and let me see your pre-approval, your approval letter, or let me see that you have funds ready and available. And if you do or have funds, I need you to put, in this case, $5,000 escrow. This is very serious.
Well, I would like 5%, not 5,000 in escrow. But, okay. But I'm still asking about verification of funds. Does that happen through the bank? I mean, you're the contract buyer, right? So you'd have to provide verification of funds.
Yes. So in my case, what I will do, like I say, because I'm being total transparent. I'm locking it up with you, but I am using and leveraging my cash buyer who actually have the $1 million+ in the marketplace to put it on there. So I'm really leveraging their monies, but you and I are agreeing to the 300, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going to sign that for at least for 312 to 315, so that I can make that 10 to 15 on this deal.
I get it, but I still need verification of funds from whoever's bringing the funds. I can't accept an offer without proof that the funds are there.
Yes.
So if it's this investor that you have, I need verification of funds from the investor. Whoever it is, I need a bank note saying, bank letter confirming that the funds are there.
100%, Joanne. That's what you will have first. And what I want to do to even please you first, I was going to even have it already a buyer ready to go before you and I even lock this up, to let you know that this is really serious. Because
if you put it in another buyer's name, I have no problem with that. But again, it needs to have verification of funds from whoever's name is on the contract.
100%. I totally agree. And that you will get as far as your verification and your to let you know that, okay, this will work. I agree, whatever, to this deal. Yes, that will happen. 100%.
And what about like touring the property? What do you usually do on that?
And I was going to ask you, because I was ready to go out there today, because I know I can use the pictures in 2011, but I wanted to go there and actually take pictures myself and be able to send to them as far as what it looks like currently.
Yeah, and I said you can't go there unannounced, because you can't see the property from the street, and you can't go on the property without me arranging it first. So all you can do is drive the street, but you will not be able to see this house from the street. It's very private.
I understand. Is there any way that I can come to the house, the private entrance, to take pictures? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Not till I make arrangements. And I think my ex is, out of town. So whoever's there right now would not be happy to have somebody come on the property.
Oh,
so I got to arrange that with him. I think there's more incentive for him to let you on the property if you send me an offer. Then I say, I've got an offer in hand. You have to let them take pictures.
Okay, and that's fine. Like I say, I can still scrape the pictures from the 2011 and say it's
it doesn't show as clean as it did when they had it on the market. The people that we bought it from, he was dying of brain cancer, and they sold like everything. That's why the house looks so empty. Wow. So now the house is all full. You know what I mean? Yes. So it looks much, much different. But it's a great house. You saw that really cool spiral staircase, the wooden spiral staircase.
Yes. That
leads upstairs to 2 gigantic bedrooms. There's a half bath up there. There are 2 full baths on the main level. There's a $15,000 hot tub that we added, which we're leaving. There's an above ground pool. There's a, there's a trampoline, which we're leaving. And as I said, it's a horse property. So there's a 2-stall barn. There's well water specifically for the horse end of the property. There's a gigantic hay shed. There are 2 footbridges that cross over little creeks. And then the land goes way back, and it backs up to 230 acres that's owned by a nursery, which is on the market. Somebody should buy that, and then they could develop all that land.
Oh, don't tell me that. Forever. I'm going to look for. I'm going to look at that myself.
Partlow.
Oh wow.
That one's on Partlow Road, but they were asking like $1.8 million or something crazy.
Well, anything's negotiable, but Partlow, like you say, is building up just like how Spotsylvania. Anything going Cordova South past exit 126, it's building. From the Bowling Greens to the Caroline counties. We looked in Bowling Green when we bought this. We seriously considered something there, but we like this one because it's so private and you cannot see the house at all. And the view is just beautiful, when you're sitting on the back patio. And then there's an all brick, they don't make them like this. Nope. All brick all the way around. There's an all brick garage that we converted, and then attached to that is a workshop. So it's a lot of options on this property. Wow. I was reading the notes on the seller, and I was wondering, it said please call because the person is sick, illness. I seen all the notes, and I now understand.
That was what.
Okay.
Yeah, he subsequently died. But at settlement, like we were all crying and praying together. I mean, it was very emotional. Yeah, and we paid. You see what we paid. It's not like we're making a bunch of money after all these years.
You're not.
Yeah. As I said, we've split up, so we're just trying to get this done.
Wow. Yeah, I like the fact when you say you pray. I am a believer. I know people use that like out the air, but everything I do, I always pray and ask God to lead and guide me because I want to really be of service to people. And in this, I found, God has blessed me with real estate, whereas I'm trying to help person the best way I can. And if I help them out, I will be rewarded. So that's important to me.
Yeah, well, like I said, they were very religious. We are very spiritual as well. And, we didn't even really negotiate on the price. He was ill, and, I'm a realtor. Usually I would negotiate, but I was just like, take it. We're going to live here forever, which is what I thought. I really thought we were going to have grandchildren running through the back field, and it's just beautiful in the back. But turns out he never got the nerve to get actually divorced, but he neglected to tell me that.
Oh, so that means there's still some hope of love, right?
Well, not with him. We've been apart for several years.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it's only in my name, because he was married at the time, but he was supposedly getting divorced, but it never happened. See what I mean?
Oh.
And I said to him, is that divorce done? And all he said was, it's taken care of. I didn't realize at the time that I was just kind of like not exactly saying what was happening.
Oh, man.
So unfortunately, I couldn't. I was just too upset. So we had to end it. But several years ago.
Yes.
And now I'm in a very healthy relationship, which is great. But I don't go to. I live in Maryland. I don't go down there anymore. He wants to get on with his life. He's with somebody else now, and so we're not trying to make money off of this, but we're trying to get just come out clean. You know what I mean?
Yes. Now let me ask you, will that be a problem to you? Like I said, you're a realtor, you're a broker, you've been doing this for a long time. I'm not, like I said, I'm totally honest. I wouldn't lie about anything. So let's say I sign this and I sign it for $315 or $320. Is that going to be a problem for you?
I don't care. Do what you want. I don't want anything to fall through. That's the problem. I cannot.
It's going to be cash.
Just locked in. No contingencies. No, slippery way out of it. I want, I'd rather have the whole money sitting in escrow if they're paying, because they're paying cash. I don't care how they're getting the cash.
Exactly.
But I cannot have this tank, because if he moves out, then I have to carry it, and I can't do that.
100.
Right now, he's paying, you know what I mean? But it's only in my name, just so you know. The contract would only be in my name.
Okay, great. I'm glad you're telling me this. Like I say, I will not waste your time, but at the same time, I want to make sure this is expedited and also smooth process, because I have two buyers that when I say cash, they have straight cash, like cash.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth every bit of $300 and more.
Yeah, I know it.
Just that I can't, because of our situation, and because he's not keeping it neat and clean like I used to.
Yes.
The girlfriend is real messy, and there's just crap everywhere in the kitchen. And so I don't feel that if I put it on the open market, they would keep it good enough for showing. You know what I mean? So that's why this situation, is a worthwhile one to me. And I've gotten these calls many times before, and before I would say I want $350.
Wow.
And the reason I'm selling it for $3 is this loan. I have a home equity line on it, and the equity line is coming due the end of June. So that's why I need to close by then, and then I can just pay off the equity line.
And now it makes sense for you to say that. So when this deal close, and it's going to close quick, that you still need to have it in the agreement that, hey, you can't move into after whatever, the end of June, whatever, July 1st, whatever, right?
Well, we would close. The property would be vacant end of June, and it's as is. So make sure there's an as is addendum.
Yes.
I don't know what works and what doesn't work, because I haven't lived there in a long time. I never lived there. I went down on weekends, and then as is. And then when we bought it, they left a lot of the tools for us, and I assume that a new owner would not, be against having a lot of tools or gardening equipment or whatever, that we would leave all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally understand. So, like I say, at least in your mind, I say you want to at least have 5% escrow, but hopefully have the whole thing in escrow. We're going to have an as-is addendum on it, and there's going to be no contingencies. And these are the deals that I work on, saying you're buying it as is. I mean, you got to come in and do work to it. So I'm very clear on the contract saying you want it, and I still think this price is very fair for a person because there's no inventory in the market. And for two, come on, man, we had 10 acres here almost, and if you wanted to be tearing down, you could. I don't know why you would, but
it's very beautiful. It's cleared. The first third of it is all cleared. Then there's the horse pasture, and then it's all wooded, and it's so pretty back there.
Wow,
so pretty.
Wow. When I showed my wife the picture, she was like, "Shoot, we need that." Yeah. I was like, "Well, we're going to get our property," because she loved acreage. She loved to have land. So I'm like, man,
this is a great place for people to hide out, because it's so private. There's a pretty little, gravel driveway to the house from the gravel. I mean, the road's gravel, but then to the house, it's just really pretty, and lots of parking. We have a little horseshoe area in the circle. We made it it's a playground for people. It's really nice, and it's just a shame it didn't work out because he wasn't exactly honest with me. But beyond that, we had so many great memories there. It is a great, great property.
Wow.
So your wife is right. You should pick it up.
I mean, if trust me, if we didn't have other things tied up, I would, because like I say, we're talking about land here, so I really understand the value of that land. It's so important. So
yeah,
that's why I'm like, man,
I liked it, because it was so private. Even though there are houses on the street, everybody's land goes way, way back. So it's real private back there. There's nothing. Just nothing.
Wow.
And I'm sure that you can assign this for more, and I have no problem with that. I just want to make sure that it closes on the appointed day.
Yes.
That's all I want to know about.
100%. Of course, I would like to give 30 days out, but I promise you it will close in a week or two. I'm saying the max 2 weeks, but I really feel in 5 days.
No, I think it needs to close. It needs to close at the end of June because I got to get him out first.
Okay. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So gotcha. So we have about 45 days because it's May 10th.
Yeah, you have plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You
have plenty of time.
So let's just say, like, let's say they want to close now. You still want to wait to the end of June?
Yeah, because he's got to get out. You know, he's got to figure out.
No problem. No problem.
Unless they let him stay and move out. You know, if you want to close in a week and let him stay till the 30th, that's fine with me.
Well, that's what I do want to position as far as, hey, you know, when you say the 30th, you're talking about the 30th of this month?
No, you can close anytime, but he has till the 30th to get out. He might be able to get out earlier. I don't know.
That's what I mean, the 30th of June or of May?
Yes, I'm currently saying the 30th of June.
Okay.
Or, like, let's just say, because that loan, my equity line comes due on the 29th of June. Mm-hmm. So I would say close June 25th, or you can close sooner, let him stay there for a month, and then he moves out by June 25th.
Gotcha. Okay. I totally understand. I got you.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, I should tell you, he contacted me and said the friend of a friend was interested in buying it. So I've seen nothing, so you need to hurry on with this and make it super clean, like I said, and verification of funds, okay?
100%. So let me jump on it, and then I got your email.
I'll get it there as soon as I can, but, you know.
I understand.
I don't.
Well, I have your email. I have your email. Of course, okay. John Wolf at Gmail. I got your name, everything. I got your phone number. So my whole thing is getting this. So as far as you and I locking this agreement up, how do you want to proceed with that? Because I can send this over to you by tomorrow or whatever, or by the end of the day. But then I will also have.
I still talk to him, of course, but send it over and I'll jump on it as fast as I can.
Okay, I understand. So, like I say, if anything, I'll have it to you definitely by, you know, this Thursday or Friday. But I also want to have buyers already ready to go and understand the situation at hand. So I want to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
All right, no problem.
Okay. All right. Well, Joanne, I appreciate it. I appreciate your conversation. Let me get on this as soon as possible because I don't want to let this go by.
Sounds great. Thanks, Nevin. I'll talk to you soon.
And that number I called you from, I know that's why I don't like using that number. It's a Texas number, and people are like, oh, no, it's another robo dollar or bill collector. And I'm like, come on, guys, this is a Texas number. This is me.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
No worries.
All right. Okay, Ms. Wolf, I will talk to you soon.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye. Okay, guys, so you see right here, in this situation right here, guys, I'm going to disposition this deal right here where it says sale close. Now, it doesn't really mean it's closed. It's just that we know we agreed upon the price, we agreed upon the contingency and what needs to happen and so forth. But this is still not closed until we go to the title company, we go to the settlement, we go to the closing and sign, you sign your HUD-1 statement, sign, close. But this is just a lead flow of me just submitting this deal or to just so to speak, get this going. So guys, I wanted you guys to be able to hear the conversation on the deal flow. I wanted you guys to hear the tonality because in negotiation, if you've seen that I was very transparent talking with her, because when I do deals, guys, I'm not snaking around the corner. I'm coming to you mano y mano, eye to eye. If you don't like it, that's what it is. We can't do business because it has to make sense to the customer. It has to make sense for me, and it got to make sense to my end buyer or my other investor that I might have to pass a long deal with. So now I know from going forward as far as what it needs to take. Guys, this is just the art of negotiation. Because at first she wanted to do 2.5 on a closing. She said, hey, I give you 2.5, you find me a buyer. Well, 2.5 on $300,000 is, what's that, like 7,500? I mean, listen, I'm not turning any money down. I'm not being greedy, but I am a businessman. I am for profit. PROFIT. I'm not a PHRO. I'm a PROFIT. I'm for profit. So for me, for this to make sense, and I know that the market, what it is yielding for, there's no inventory. The house has almost 10 acres on a 2,000 square foot detached home. Like she said, she has a pool in there. Guys, this is very important for me to know that, great, she wants 300. I know I can sign it for, in this case, I'm going to probably sign it for 345, something like that. Now, I can sell it for a little bit less, but it's all about negotiation. And she was agreeable about, hey, I just want 300 because I heard her motivation. That's the key thing, guys, is hearing the motivation. Why do you want to sell? I want to sell because I'm no longer in this situation as far as relationship-wise. I have a financial thing coming up. A home is going to refinance before the end of July. I don't need it. I'm out there in Maryland. These are context clues of motivation to see, are they really and ready to sell? And she's very eager about the fact that let this be a clean deal by at least putting 5% down or whatever. All the money's in escrow so that we can make this clean. Now is my job to perform. So guys, I'm going to get off this call right now, but I wanted you guys to hear the negotiation part of the sale. This sale just happened from cold calling. I'm going to say it again. From cold calling, which you don't like doing. I'm going to say it again to all you insurance agents, you real estate agents. I'm not knocking you guys, please. I'm not coming down on you. But what I'm saying is you incorporate cold calling into your marketing because it's a faster lead flow channel. You can do direct mail still. You can text message. You can do RVMs, ringless voicemails, which they're about to put a hamper on that soon. So you got to be careful about the RVMs, ringless voicemails. And which is when a call ring your phone and it stops and then you get a voicemail appear up. You can do those things, but when you're TTPing, talk to people, you get a closer connection of yes and no. I am channeling through the no's so I can get one yes. That might means I have to go through 50 no's to one yes. But now we can scale and say, let me call 300 people and get 100 no's and 2 yeses, or 500 calls, 500 no's to get whatever. What I'm saying is, guys, you can scale your predictability on your deal flow and your sales funnel to predict your outcome on your closing. Guys, I'm teaching this stuff free game to you guys because I want to be able to help you out. Once again, guys, this is Nevin with eXp Realty. I'm an investor. I'm a realtor, but also an investor, mostly on the investing strategy that you just seen. Because she was asking me, well, how do you do this? She's a broker. And I'm making a point, guys. People do not do the transactional wholesaling part, the investing part in real estate. And I want to teach you how to do that. Follow behind my shoulders. Follow me on social media. Follow me on Facebook. Go to my Facebook page, NCB Investment Groups, on Instagram. Wherever you are on social media, I'm there. On YouTube. Subscribe, follow, like. Because I want to show you guys how to talk to people, how to negotiate, how to analyze a deal, how to understand your numbers. These things, guys, I have learned and acquired from myself from YouTube University. Shout out to Max Maxwell. If you're seeing this video right now, put me on your podcast and let me show everybody, just from listening to a guy named Max Maxwell and learning off YouTube University, I have been able to understand ROIs, return on investments, or ROEs, return on equities, or percentages, and things like that, seeing a deal, analyzing deal, and put it under contract. I have learned this off just YouTube University, and with the effort of applying action, I have got results. Now, guys, this is not my first rodeo. My wife and I closed 2 deals in 2019 that netted us over almost $80,000 in 2 months. 2 deals, $80,000, and the light bulb went off. Once again, guys, I have a 15-year experience in sales, B2B. That means business to business, B2C, business to consumer. It doesn't matter. Over the phone, cold calling. I have mastered the art of talking to people, and thank God with my personality that I have, it just helps me out even more. But guys, I want to be able to show you guys, if I can do it, you can do it too. Follow me. Stop hating. I'm going to say it again. Stop hating. Stop being a looky-loo and get off your ego, your pride horse of acting like you got it all, or I ain't got to do that. You do have to do this. And I got to do more myself. I'm just getting to the game of real estate, and it has just begun. Guys, I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to do. But in this time that I do know, I am giving it to you. The Bible talks about freely that you show, freely that he gives, and freely that you receive. So whatever I got free, I'm going to give it to you because I'm not scared of the competition. You can't beat me. You can't beat Nevin at being Nevin. You can outdo me. That's great. But you can't beat me because I'm Nevin Paul Brown. And I'm telling you to get on the bandwagon. Talk to people. Let me show you how. It's Nevin here, signing off. Love you guys. Peace. And I'm going to show you guys the next from this negotiation standpoint to closing. Checks, baby. Okay? Because documentation beats conversation. The more you learn, the more you earn. Quote that, tweet that, text that, do whatever you got to do. The more you learn. I ain't talking about education-wise, school-wise. I'm saying learn. Financial education. I believe the best education is financial education. The more you learn, the more you will earn. And you can't do that until you take the steps actionable to do that. When I got into this real estate game, yes, I leveraged my sales experience. That's a plus for me. I understand if you don't got that. That's why I'm here to show you. Let me show you how. But I've learned that, and I took my sales experience and I put it in real estate. I just had to relearn. I mean, it's not relearn, but to learn real estate. Man, I thought that you need money to invest in real estate. You heard that lie? You got to have money to make money in real estate? No, it don't. The first 2 deals that me and my wife made, once again, at $85,000, it was not. I didn't have any money in the deal. I OPM that money. I OPM that money. Others people money. I leverage their money to give to the money that's needed, and I put my money into the air. Thin, like magic, came. Why? Because I got a specialized knowledge from my man, Max Maxwell. If you don't know who Max Maxwell is, follow him on YouTube. His name is Max, M-A-X, Maxwell, like the singer, but his name is Max Maxwell, and he taught the game of another brother out of North Carolina, taught the game saying, you can get started with real estate with little to no money and 0 credit. And that happened for me. My money was thin and my credit was short. But guys, it works. But you gotta take action. I talk about it in my other videos. Go listen to all my videos. You gotta take massive and perfect action. This is what I did on this call. Because I'm calling people. And I'm just kind of talk. But what I'm saying is massive and perfect action. As it becomes massive and perfect, it becomes perfect. And I'm going to say it again. It becomes perfect. Whereas you can be able to predict and scale and say, hey, you know what? I need to make $1 million this year. I know what I need to do. You can do that. From the massive imperfection, it becomes perfect. And what I mean by perfect, there's nothing like 100% perfect, but you perfected the areas of the imperfection. You have perfected the areas of the imperfection. And in this, guys, real estate, I'm learning every day. I'm trying to get stronger and stronger. That's why I'm graduating to the commercial real estate, in the commercial real estate place. in the commercial real estate space, these are bigger deals. I'm be talking to true investors, guys who got money tied up, $200 million into their portfolio, saying, how does this make sense for me, Nevin? I got to be to position them saying, hey, Mr. Investor, you buy this 1,000-unit building right here, it's going to give you an ROI of whatever, 25%, 50%, or it's going to yield you this percentage. And in return, we sell a building for $50 million, and I walk away with, watch this, 5% of $50 million. I don't got my calculator, but off $50 million, walk away with doing a building off. Walk away doing a deal off a $50 million building deal, $2.5 million. One transaction. One deal will change your life. It changed the way I think. I'm not saying this, guys, to be on the high haters. I'm telling you guys, put in the effort. I'm here. I'm here. Guys, I'm giving away the game for free. And I'm still learning. I'm a student of this thing. Just like basketball. I've been playing I'm 42 years old. I've been playing basketball since I was 8 years old. I have over 35 years of understanding basketball, and I'm still learning. That's the same thing in what you do in your craft and your skill in your spiritual life. With my marriage, with my wife. My wife and I have been married for 13 years. I'm still learning her. I'm learning myself, my kids. You got to be forever learning. And for this particular case in real estate, this is what I'm doing, guys. Thank you guys, whoever's watching right here. I appreciate you. Everybody's here. Thanks for joining. It's Nevin here. Follow me on my channels. Ask me questions. Stop being prideful. Stop looking on the sidelines and click in and say, hey, Nev, man, what are you doing right here? Or tell me what you think about this. I can't get to you as fast as possible, because I'm going to tell you this, guys. I'm going to tell you this. As the Lord see fit and we keep scaling, I'm going to have less and less time to be that personal person as far as trying to reach out and help people. You're going to have to now schedule with me, or you're going to have to now do this with me, because my time is only allocated to what my purpose is. I'm going to say it again. My time will be allocated towards my direct purposes. And my direct purpose is, number one, God the Father in heaven, my family. That's it. My purpose is to serve humanity, but I can't serve them first until I serve the Father first. Then I'm able to serve my wife and my children. That is my greatest purpose. That is my true purpose, is to be able to leave a legacy for my wife and children's, because I'm a sole believer in the Bible, and the Bible talks about the inheritance, that a good man will leave an inheritance for his children's children. That's 80 years of wealth that you're supposed to pass along to your families. Are you doing that for your family? If you're not, you should. It'll make you feel better. It'll have you have a purposeful meaning while you're here. I'm not here for myself. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy life. I like lavish things. I like to travel. I like to look good, feel good. I like the nice houses. But I'm here to be able to be an impact to my wife and my children, so that when I'm dead and gone, that my children's children like, hey, my granddad, Nevin Paul Brown, or my great-granddad, or my great-great-great-granddad did this for us. That's what I'm all about. Legacy. It's your boy Swequity right here. As my wife says, Swequity. I'm gonna say it again. Swequity. Swequity. I put the sweat equity in. Why? Because I don't have the money or the resources, so I gotta put the work in. It's Never here. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.